Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jeremy, founder of quickmail.io.
Hey, and this is Jack, Chief Lead Generation Officer at salesbread.com. Today we got
Rapid fire.
rapid fire. That's right. Yep, we got 12, I think, questions that we're going to fly through. Do you want to do a 10-minute timer for these 12 questions,
I don't
Jeremy?
even think we need a timer for rapid fire. I don't think we
Go
keep
fast.
speaking in rapid fire, but maybe we
You're
do.
right.
But it should be good.
It should be good. And
Should be
with that,
good.
let's do a rapid fire commercial break here, because today most B2B companies lack the time or expertise to turn cold prospects into warm sales qualified leads. So use SalesSpread's done-for-you lead generation service that brings you one lead per day. Salesbread.com.
Wow, this is just freaking. Can you do the quick mail one? Let's do the quick mail one. I'm listening.
Yeah, sure. Want to send cold emails using the same platform that the best cold email agencies in the world use and take advantage of our brand new free plan? Yes, free plan with more features than most tools charge you for. Then head over to quickmail.io and grab yourself a free plan today.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I should ask you every time to do my wine line. You're doing it so well.
All day long,
Nice.
all
All
day
right.
long. It helps to be a copywriter for 10 years. But with that, I am pumped to do some rapid fire questions. Are you, Jeremy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Question one.
And just like an aside, bring you in the studio. We've sorted these by shortest question to longest question. So with that, shortest question and question number one, Jeremy, what stats are vanity metrics with cold outreach? Open.
Well, it used to be. It's not anymore.
I don't think so. Okay.
No. Well, because now opens, at least with the new stats we have in place, is really a good, now could actually be used for deliverability. And so now I'm like turning like, actually, we probably need opens now. But anyway.
What do you think it is then?
Shit, it's a rapid fire.
It's so fast.
I don't know. Oh, here's my my switched answer. It's like it's not the metric, it's how it's calculated.
Boom. Next question. What's a hard role to get replies from in cold outreach? I got one for you. If you are senior vice president of compliance in a large, say, banking institution, you're hard to get a hold of, but it's possible. What do you got, Jeremy?
It's a good one. Wondering, like, head of spam at quickmail at Gmail, something like that.
Good point. Good point.
All right. I would, no, jokes aside, I would probably say it depends a lot on your offering. Like for developers, for example, they will flag you as spam every time you sort of like annoy them. But if you come with a good job offering, then they will reply. So sometimes it's not so much a subject. It's more the alliance between what you have to offer and the subject.
Always the alliance of who you're targeting and what you're saying. All right. Good answer. Next question. What US state is the least receptive to cold email outreach? I got one in mind. I'm gonna put California in the bucket due to their unique privacy laws.
Oh, that's true.
You got one?
No. I'm not answering any political subject with you, Jack.
How dare I? Next question. Why did Jack not have no drinks during last water coolers episode?
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Who put this question? I agree. It was blasphemy. Next question. What are the limits on LinkedIn connection requests these days? Great question. Yeah. We're seeing some accounts can go safely past 150 invites a week when they're actually performing well, getting healthy engagement rate. It's kind of this double-edged sword in a good way. It's like the better your connection rate is, the more invites you're allowed to send. Ditto for cold email. It's like if you have good engagement, they don't care as much.
Hey, that's an interesting one. Maybe, the limit on LinkedIn should be actually adjustable based on how many replies you get.
No, they are. For sure they are. And I know that because I'm seeing like our better campaigns are like 155 invites happened last week, and it was fine. I mean, you can just gradually go up.
I'll think of adding something like that maybe to Quickmail. Like the more
fun fact,
connection.
mobile invites give you a higher threshold for limits. But this is a rapid fire. Next question.
Yeah.
Okay. How many merge tags do cold emailers use these days on average?
Good ones or bad ones?
Let's say good ones. Should we say name, intro, company, something else? 4, I'm going to say?
Yeah, I would have say 3, but it's
okay.
3, 4. That's, I would
3
say.
or 4. Okay, next question. If cold outreach works so well, should we still invest in inbound marketing?
Yeah, take
Jeremy,
this
take
one.
that one.
Hell yes. Measures. Basically, the inbound one is a long game, and cold outreach may actually be the one that actually gets you there. But then after that, you still want the traffic.
Yep. Concur. Next, what should I invest in first? Better prospecting data or a better copywriter? My answer is going to surprise you, Jeremy. I go the copywriter route.
Ooh.
I do.
Isn't that against what you're saying, that, if you have
sort of
the perfect, audience, you can get away with some bad copy?
Yeah, and that's why I know you were going to be surprised at that, but I think in the early stages when you're encountering this question, you can get better data by just doing like more legwork. Just qualify the leads that your cheaper tools giving you a lot better, and get rid of 30% of them that really aren't that good, and then use the extra money to bring copywriter, and you can get best of both.
Yeah, I would have expected you, saying obviously the other answer, because basically everyone is looking at like, oh, how can I get a better message? But I guess the answer is both, to some extent. It's better to be like, average on both of them, and just like seeing based on the reply, maybe if you should invest more into one or the other.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe a follow-up conversation here. Next question. What's the fastest way to uncover the leaks in my company's outbound sales efforts?
Love it.
Okay. I'm going to say just throw your stats in a spreadsheet. Start with number of prospects contacted this week and last week. And, you have like volume, then you have open, then you have reply, then you have reply to meeting, and then you have meeting to close. And I would look and just ask yourself what stat disgusts you most and start there.
Yeah, I would strongly agree. It's very often easy to get lost in the weeds, right? So like Jack said, put all your touch points or like conversion points on a spreadsheet, and then not only do what he said, but also have a monthly value as well, because sometimes when we're too close to it, it doesn't mean much, right? So have monthly numbers, and then just revisit that at the monthly. So like Jay said, look at your campaign and all your efforts on a weekly basis, but also have monthly stats to sort of like forces you to have some more holistic view on it. And I think both vision are very important for different reasons. So do both.
It's a good answer to rapid fire. Let's go 3 more questions, Jeremy.
Yeah, too serious now.
I've contacted my entire market using cold outreach. Some people more than once. Are we done?
Are we?
Not really. I would tell you this, unless you're going after large deals over, say, $10,000 to, 6-7 figures, I would say maybe you are approaching the limit. You can circle back, and you should for sure, but make sure you have another iron in the fire, so to speak. Unless these really are like large deals that you're fine with working. What about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like it's, you have to come back with something new or something other, whether it's an event that happened, down the road. It's like, hey, by the way, we're just at this event. Maybe it's the best way. Like you're sort of like changing the way of reaching out. Instead of asking for a Zoom meeting, maybe we could actually just go and communicate together. So vary
Yeah.
this again, because it could well be that you're forcing onto one certain thing, like, hey, I want absolutely, to have a Zoom, whatever. Well, how about like sending them a Loom video,
Right.
or stuff like that. And then the other thing I
Right.
would say is, I mean, QuickMail is 9 years old, right? So we developed lots of features since then. We had lots of new clients. There's always something new to talk about. And it's really, if you don't have anything new to talk about, then you're pretty bad at cold outreach, right? Because at some point you should be able to figure out like, hey, maybe that's interesting to communicate, right? So I would say no, definitely not. It just means that either your offer is not resonating or your CTA is not what people would love to, right? So,
Good point. Okay.
or you're trying
We
to
got,
sell ice cream in winter, whatever.
I love that. Okay. A lot of gems here. Let's do 2 more questions. I'm getting lots of replies, but have a very low close rate. What's the first step to fixing this? Ask what prevented your leads from buying. And if you're getting a lot of replies, I think you'll be able to circle back with those that responded and find out firsthand. What would you recommend, Jeremy?
Yeah, maybe switch gears from selling to discoveries.
I like that. Like go a step back.
Yeah, take a step back. Something's been missed here. What is it?
I like
Right.
that.
And so, yeah,
You
you
need
have
to
to
find
change
that.
approaches at some point if it's not working.
Brilliant. I would agree. That's a good first step to fixing that. Last question for the rapid fire. I've been sending low volume cold emails from my work email and getting good response. Am I playing with fire? Jeremy, please show us the light.
I'm gonna surprise you on this one. No, of course not. Get a domain, get a backup domain. It's just like whatever those gurus say about like, hey, you'll be fine, whatever, be sure, whatever. All I'm going to say is like, yeah, until you're not fine, and then the guru will say, bye, I'm going to another client, and you'll be left with the domain that is burned for a couple of weeks before it
There
goes
you
back.
go. There you go. Okay. So the answer to that would be yes, change course.
Yeah, and if you're really afraid of, for whatever reason, getting your numbers or hitting your numbers, do it slowly, but do it. Like you could still
Yeah.
ramp up very slowly on your domain. Just ramp it up very slowly.
And
Especially if you have a good reply rate already, then there's really no reason to not switch,
there you
right?
go.
Because you will still have good. And if you have a really bad one, switch faster. Because you know what I mean.
Fair point. Yeah. And in fact, I'm helping a client with this as we speak. And the advice is do this, where
Yeah.
as you reduce volume from your business email, increase it while your domains are
Yes.
aging and warming up. And so there's a transition period. But
Correct.
great rapid fire.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's done.
That's it. That's
All
it.
right. So, Jack, tell us where people can know more about those things.
If that's right. So if you enjoyed these 12 or 13 little rapid fire Q&As, then you will be very impressed with the course we host over at course.quickmail.io.
Yep.
It is the podcast. If only you wanted us to sit down with you for 8 hours and give you everything we know about setting up successful cold email campaigns for your company. And best of all, the course is designed so that you can just hand it over to maybe a new hire or a seasoned SDR at your team, and they can send cold outreach like the best of us. So that's course.quickmail.io. We back it with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got very little to lose. Take us up on the offer, course.quickmail.io.
And I want to say, if you do, you'll be able to answer another rapid fire question, which is Jack or Jeremy taller? Whoever it is.
That's right. That's like an insider
That's right.
content. All right. Awesome rapid fire. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Bye.
See ya.